The way my brother changed Thanksgiving forever. Our family Thanksgiving meals always consisted of a turkey my grandpa would pick up from the store, and the rest of the family would bring sides for a dish. However, on this Thanksgiving, my brother brought in a curveball and said, "We're going to cook a pig ourselves." To do this, we used a Cajun microwave, and I'm sure you're wondering what the hell that is. A Cajun microwave is like a crock pot, and then it cooks the food at very slow temperatures. The Cajun roasting microwave box is just that, a roasting oven made of wood, cypress, metal, vegetables, and other items that are placed inside the box on a metal grate that sits about 1/4 of the floor of the inch of the box. The heating source, which can either be charcoal or wood, is placed on top of the steel lid that covers the tray box, therefore heating the food item from above. The reason for cooking the food from the top is that heat always rises, so while the heat is rising, it is also slowly heating the metal box. The box then becomes very hot and cooks the food in extremely intense with low temperature for a long time. Traditional cooking is much different than a Cajun microwave because the heat rises from the bottom to the top, rather from the top to the bottom as it does in a Cajun microwave. The temperature should range from 225 to 275 degrees Fahrenheit. The intense heat contained inside the book should provide very crispy skin and juicy meat like the filet mignon. This shows a wonderful change on a normal Thanksgiving meal. However, this was the last Thanksgiving meal I got to enjoy with my grandmother. She soon passed away the next December. Now, what the hell does a Cajun microwave have to do with my family and beloved grandmother? Well, today in my speech of commemoration, I will explain why a Cajun microwave is so memorable with 3 points. First, I will explain to you what a Cajun microwave is and show you my experiences with it. Second, I will show you how my grandmother is like the heat to the Cajun microwave, and without that heat, it will not work. As in the same way, my grandmother is like the heat to our family, and without her being there, no family meals are the same. Finally, I will show you how sitting down at meals has made me a better person and me feel more connected with my family. The Cajun microwave is another way to cook delicious food in bulk, but when I think of a Cajun microwave, it brings back memories of my loving family and especially my loving grandmother who got this for my last Thanksgiving dinner with her. Memories in preparing the meal. They say your first of anything is special, and my friends, my first time with the Cajun microwave is no different. On this unforgettable Thanksgiving, my brother and I got up early in the morning around 5:30 or so. First, we marinated and shot up the pig with a syringe and needle full of spices like this. However, the spices we used was what my brother made of his own. We used some wood my brother had and started the fire on top. This was the start of a very long and slow process, but my friends, it was all worth it in the end. With the long cooking time it takes the pig to cook comes many benefits from cooking it different ways. Because the meat cooks so long, you can pretty much eat all parts of the meat, such as the ribs, the liver, but let me tell you, the most unforgettable was the tongue. I'll never forget my brother Ryan looking at me and my cousin Logan and cutting off a piece of the tongue and offering it to us. At first, we looked at him like he was crazy, but then we gave up and ate it. It actually kind of tasted like fried chicken, to be honest, but let me tell you, there's something much more about eating the tongue than the taste itself. The memories of me and my cousin eating this tongue always remind me of all the other stupid, dumb stuff we did. My beloved grandmother's sweet memories. At every meal, like the one I was helping cook with our Cajun microwave, our grandmother would always be served first. No matter what the circumstances was, she always got her food first. My grandma was one of the sweetest people I've ever met, and she could always cheer you up. My grandma was the nicest member of our family, and almost anybody could agree with you. My grandmother could make any person's day a better day by just simply seeing her beautiful smile. She always had a big, bright, beautiful smile showing, and I'll never forget it. My grandmother was not only loving and caring, but she was also known as a perfectionist to many of her friends and family. I remember after our Thanksgiving meal, me and my brother would always do the dishes, and every single time, my grandma would come by after we finished and redo them. She always had to have them set up her own way, and they had to be perfect. Now that you can see why the Cajun microwave brings back so many good memories of me and my family, I will show you how our family meals consisted more of memories rather than just food to survive. Janet Fleming, who is quoted in Michael Pollan's book, The Food Movement, says, 40% of Americans watch television during meals, viewing food as fuel rather than sustenance, discarding family recipes and food ways, and denying that eating has social and political dimensions. One of my favorite things about Thanksgiving was family recipes. Family recipes have always played an important role in my life. At Thanksgiving, my grandma would always cook her famous sweet potato casserole, and let me tell you, it's to die for. This was only served on special occasions, which made this Thanksgiving so memorable. We used a Cajun microwave for the first time, and we had our sweet potato casserole. As always, on Thanksgiving Day, there are many football games being played, and after our meal, me, my dad, and uncles would always sit down to enjoy. However, let me tell you, there wasn't much watching for them, mostly sleeping for the older guys, because of all the delicious food they ate, including the pig cooked in the Cajun microwave. At our last Thanksgiving, where we cooked with the Cajun microwave, I remember having 2 different tables to sit at to eat, one for the younger kids and one for the older part of the family. According to Mark Hyman, who is an international leader in the field of functional medicine, says, no matter how modest the meal, create a special place to sit down together and set the table with care and respect. Savorier the richer the table. Mealtime is a place for empathy and generosity, a time to nourish and communicate. I will always remember sitting at the table with all my cousins just goofing off and messing around, but it really brought us all closer to each other, sitting with our grandmothers as well. According to Paul Rajoin, who is a very well regarded and influential physiological professor at the University of Pennsylvania, says, the 2 most fundamental and fun aspects of food, the way food serves to express personal and group identities and to cement social bonds. These functions may be taken for granted in our modern world where eating is often on the grab and go. Cooking this pig on Thanksgiving definitely expressed social bonds in our family that show we like being outdoors and trying new things. As you can see, sitting down together as a family and eating food as sustenance rather than fuel can completely change your life. The Cajun microwave is yet just another way to cook food in bulk for most people. However, for me it holds something much more. Food is more than just nutritional value for my family. It creates a place for us to express personal and groups' identities and create social bonds. Cooking the pig in the Cajun microwave on this special Thanksgiving occasion really helped bring our family together and shows how our family likes the adventure of cooking and being outdoors. Every time I see or think about a Cajun microwave, it brings back warm family memories I'll never forget, but especially I always think of my loving grandmother and the great virtue she had.